Hello everyone, I'm Krasi and I will talk about Venus in Gemini. Venus entered sidereal Gemini and will stay there until 1st of September. And this is important transit because Venus was for quite some time in sidereal Taurus where she went through the different phases of hers. She was even invisible in Taurus. First, she was an evening star, then she was invisible, then she turned into morning star, and now she's a morning star and she's in sidereal Gemini. And this is very important transit. Venus is a personal planet, so we do not always um, see her entering different signs as important events on mundane on a world level, but she's certainly influencing us. She can have very important financial impact as well. So let's first think, what is she doing in the constellation of Gemini? Now, first of all, she's a morning star. You know that when she's a morning star, we see her early in the morning before the sun rises. She's even more visible now. If like 20 days ago we would see Venus only around 4:30 in the morning, now because she's advancing in her tour, we can see her around 5:30, and I'm witnessing her almost every morning. And this is beautiful and has beautiful impact on our souls, I believe, if we watch her. So she's a morning star. As a morning star, Venus is Athena Pallas in the Greek mythology, or Inanna from Akkad of the Babylonian Mesopotamian mythology. She is in both cases male divinity, and this is very interesting because she is um, associated with wisdom. And like I think I told you, but it's important, I would like to repeat it. When a morning star, she has very lofty ideals. She's very lofty because she would side in the moments of war and battle. She would side with the losing side party, not with the winning. And she would advise kings, or he, because it's a male divinity, how to win wars. Very lofty, very brave, and very little about romance. However, Venus in general is always linked to love and money, of course. So we cannot deny this influence of hers, which is less romantic than Venus as Athena Pallas. Now, this is Inanna from Akkad, male divinity. And what is she doing in Gemini? Now, she was in her own kingdom, Taurus, and we noticed how powerful she is. Probably when you look back, you say, oh, these particular events or thoughts or positive changes in my love life happened because Venus was in Taurus. Now, these influences are changed very much, and so will be until end of August, until 1st, 2nd of September. So what is happening with Venus in Gemini? Gemini is the sign of the great twins, which are represented by the two stars, Castor and Pollux. So Castor in the ancient Babylonian mythology is Enkidu. He's the one that is very spiritual. And Pollux is Gilgamesh, which is the one who is very martial, who is 3/4 God and 1 part human, but he is divine and he is very much of a warrior. Pollux is a star which has powerful martial features. And these are the great twins, which are a mixture of divine, masculine powers and high, very lofty spiritual ideals. So this is what Venus is going to meet in the sign of Gemini. Also, along with that, let's think what is happening when Venus and Mercury are in conjunction, because Mercury is ruling the sign, Hermes, Mercury, is ruling the sign of Gemini. What is happening when they two meet? Creative ideas, beautiful design, productive mind, beautiful media, power of the speech. This is happening when Venus and Mercury are in conjunction in people's horoscopes, but when well placed, of course. I'm talking about the ideal cases here. So Venus will be entering the sign of Gemini. And something very beautiful will be taking place there as well, while Venus will be in Gemini. And this is the heliacal rise of the star of gods. This is Sirius. Sirius is the star which we believe is the place where Jesus comes from, when the great master beings Sadhguru come from. And imagine Venus will be in the sign of Gemini while we will be witnessing the first heliacal rise, the first visibility of the star Sirius. This is one of the three most important heliacal visibilities and rises that we need to witness. And also on the 19th of August, when Sirius is becoming visible, of this month, so what is happening? Venus is entering Gemini. And let's not forget another very important detail. In this very moment, Rahu is there. What is Rahu? So you see, it's a very complex situation, certainly not bad. What is Rahu doing there? Rahu loves Venus because it is believed that he is very powerful in Taurus, since Rahu is associated with our materialistic desires, beliefs, wishes. So Rahu, being that materialistic and considered to have exaltation place, well, it's a strong word because I don't know if, I'm not sure whether the nodes are exalted anywhere, but let's say he's very strong and well placed in Taurus. So Rahu is in Taurus, will be in Taurus in this very moment. And then Venus will be transiting in the sign of Gemini. So what is happening? This will be a mixture of desires to achieve beauty, to reach beauty, to achieve financial, let's say, security, advancement, to achieve financial goals for people. And it will be also about a lot of creativity. It will be about designing, creation. Also, this will support a lot the media work, say, because or the teaching and learning processes, because in this very moment, not only that Venus with Rahu are in the sign of the great twins, but just in opposition, we're having Jupiter and in Ketu. And here, very interestingly, Jupiter also loves Ketu. I think the only planet which can make good conjunction with Ketu is Jupiter. They're good together because they're very spiritual, very much about truth and moral values. And Jupiter is directly related to truth. However, we're having Jupiter and Ketu together, which will be thinking about truth, which will be thinking about moral, which will be thinking about our desires to find out what is happening in the world. It is directly related to the great awakening which is taking place now, which is so amazing. And then we have an opposition of Jupiter and Rahu, which remain into the material world, which remain into the world that is very beautiful, very material also, of course, but also related to knowledge. So on one side, we have a lot of knowledge and beauty, and on the other side, we're having spirituality and truth, which is absolutely needs to come out. And this is what will be happening. Truth will come out. We think that the truth came out. Wait to see. Truth will come out. More and more things will be absolutely surprising us the whole month of August. The whole month of August. Also, you see, oftentimes this is related to high expenditure. So People will be searching their material good. They will searching opportunities to survive in the material world through beauty, through creation of beauty, through design work, speech, spirituality. And then also the opposition of Jupiter will be reason for what? For generating costs. So this is one thing. So this is not a bad opposition, Jupiter Venus, oftentimes related to generation of vulnerably generation of costs and expenditures, but it is also like a portal for the truth, because what is bigger than the two most benefic planets making opposition and Rahu and Ketu there? I think this is amazing and powerful, because let's not forget, in this very moment, in the next sign next to Jupiter, we're having Saturn, who is in his own kingdom. Again, changes on deep level, governmental level, changes on completely shaping our reality through coming out, and that is not it. We saw a lot happening. We saw the lies, the manipulations of media in relation to this fake disease and all this. More and more we will see they will try to manipulate further, but people will be seeing more, and also the great awakening has just started. So I think this was interesting for you. Let me also tell you, of course, that when you're having on a key position this axis of Gemini Sagittarius, of course you will feel this at the most. If you're ruled by Venus, for example, if you're having ascendant Taurus, ascendant Libra, or descendant Libra Taurus, if you're ruled in any way by Venus, or Venus, if Venus is the ruler of your horoscope in a different way, being your Almutan, for example, then certainly this you will feel for sure in a very intense but also good way, because Venus is a benefic planet. So of course, if this is happening on your midheaven, lower meridian, of course, this will be impacting your job, which is already, and this place, Sagittarius Gemini, is already a busy place because eclipses happen there. So it's a portal for change. And in this very same portal for change, Venus will be staying for 1 month. And also, let's not forget, this is like one of the most important places of the zodiac, because the whole axis of Gemini Sagittarius is the axis where the Milky Way is crossing. So you see, it's something very important. It is beautiful. It is truth related, and it is the place where we're having the eclipse. Half of the eclipse is happening this year, so it's a portal for change, for good. So yes, I think this was it. Enjoy this stay of Venus for 1 month. And also, why is she so well placed in Gemini? Not only because this will trigger our creativity and desires to speak, to uh, to create beauty, and to search for beauty, but it is also because Venus is trining her own sign, Libra, and also because when she's a morning star, she's brilliantly feeling well in a diurnal sign like Gemini. So let me finish here. Your comments are welcome. See you soon.